Gospel of Matthew chapter 25, verses 1 to 46. Reflection after the verses. Matthew 25 1 to 13. The parable of the 10 virgins. Verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, who took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. Verse 2. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. Reflection on verses 1 to 2. The 10 virgins represent those waiting for Christ. The wise are prepared spiritually, the foolish are not. Verse 3. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. Verse 4. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. Reflection on verses 3 to 4. Wisdom is shown in readiness. Carrying oil represents being filled with God's Spirit and living a prepared life. Verse 5. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. Reflection. Delay tests endurance. Even the wise fall asleep, but their preparation sustains them. Verse 6. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom comes, go out to meet him. Reflection. The midnight cry is sudden. Christ may return at an unexpected hour, will we be ready? Verse 7. Then all those virgins arose, and trimmed their lamps. Reflection. All wake up, but only those prepared can shine. Crisis reveals true readiness. Verse 8. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. Verse 9. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. Reflection on verses 8 to 9. Spiritual preparedness cannot be borrowed. Each must cultivate their own relationship with God. Verse 10. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Reflection. The door shuts, symbolizing a time when grace ends. Readiness grants entry. Verse 11. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. Verse 12. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Reflection on verses 11 to 12. A tragic plea, too late. Knowing about the Lord is not the same as being known by him. Verse 13. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man comes. Reflection. Jesus calls us to watch, to stay alert in faith and obedience, for the timing of his return is unknown. Matthew 25:14 to 30. The parable of the talents. Verse 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants, and delivered unto them his goods. Verse 15. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and immediately went on his journey. Reflection on verses 14 to 15. God entrusts us with abilities and opportunities according to our ability. He knows what we can handle. Verse 16. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. Verse 17. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained another 2. Reflection on verses 16 to 17. Faithfulness involves action, investing what God has given us for his kingdom. Verse 18. But he that had received 1 went and dug in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. Reflection. Fear leads to inaction. The unfaithful servant hides his gift, missed potential. Verse 19. After a long time the Lord of those servants comes, and reckons with them. Reflection. God will return and ask for an account of our stewardship. Verse 20. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, you delivered unto me 5 talents, behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. Verse 21. His Lord said unto him, Well done, you good and faithful servant, you have been faithful over a few things, I will make you ruler over many things, enter you into the joy of your Lord. Reflection on verses 20 to 21. Faithful use of small things brings great reward. God delights in our diligence. Verse 22. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, you delivered unto me 2 talents, behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. Verse 23. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant, you have been faithful over a few things, I will make you ruler over many things, enter you into the joy of your Lord. Reflection on verses 22 to 23. The same praise is given to both servants, God measures faithfulness, not size of return. Verse 24. Then he who had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew you that you are a hard man, reaping where you have not sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. Verse 25. And I was afraid, and went and hid your talent in the earth, lo, there you have what is yours. Reflection on verses 24 to 25. The unfaithful servant blames the master, revealing a distorted view of God. Verse 26. His Lord answered and said unto him, You wicked and slothful servant, you knew that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not scattered seed. Verse 27. You ought therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with interest. Reflection on verses 26 to 27. The master exposes his laziness, not ignorance, but willful neglect. Verse 28. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him who has 10 talents. Verse 29. For unto every one that has shall be given, and he shall have abundance, but from him that has not shall be taken away even that which he has. Reflection on verses 28 to 29. Spiritual principle, those who use what they're given receive more. Growth requires investment. Verse 30. And cast the unprofitable servant into outer darkness, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Reflection. The warning is sobering, those who waste their God-given purpose face judgment. Matthew 25:31-46. The judgment of the nations. Verse 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Reflection. Christ will return in glory, not as a servant, but as King and Judge. Verse 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divides his sheep from the goats. Reflection. All nations will be gathered, none are exempt. Every life will be evaluated. Verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Reflection. A great separation will occur. Sheep and goats, symbols of righteous and unrighteous, are divided. Verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, you blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Reflection. The righteous inherit the kingdom prepared from the beginning. God's plan of salvation is eternal. Verse 36. For I was hungry, and you gave me food, I was thirsty, and you gave me drink, I was a stranger, and you took me in. Verse 36. Naked, and you clothed me, I was sick, and you visited me, I was in prison, and you came unto me. Reflection on verses 35-36. Acts of compassion are evidence of true faith. Serving others is serving Christ. Verse 37. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we you hungry, and fed you? Or thirsty, and gave you drink? Verse 38. When saw we you a stranger, and took you in? Or naked, and clothed you? Verse 39. Or when saw we you sick, or in prison, and came unto you? Reflection on verses 37 to 39. The righteous are surprised, they did not perform good works for recognition, but from love. Verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as you have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, you have done it unto me. Reflection. Jesus identifies with the least. Every act of love toward others is an act of love toward him. Verse 41. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, you cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Reflection. The fate of the unrepentant is severe, eternal separation, prepared not for man, but for the devil. Verse 42. For I was hungry, and you gave me no food, I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. Verse 43. I was a stranger, and you took me not in, naked, and you clothed me not, sick, and in prison, and you visited me not. Reflection on verses 42 to 43. Their sin is not just commission, but omission, what they failed to do. Verse 44. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we you hungry, or thirsty, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto you? Verse 45. Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as you did it not to one of the least of these, you did it not to me. Reflection on verses 44 to 45. Ignorance is no excuse. A heart that neglects others reveals a life that neglected Christ. Verse 46. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. Reflection. Final destiny, eternal punishment or eternal life. Our daily choices reflect eternal realities. Final thoughts on Gospel of Matthew chapter 25. Matthew 25 is both a warning and an invitation. It warns us against spiritual complacency and self-centeredness. But it also invites us to live lives full of purpose, watchfulness, and love. The chapter ends with eternal consequences, eternal life for the faithful, and eternal separation for those who ignored Christ by ignoring others. May we be found faithful when the King returns.